Welcome to the second installment of the ModMade Games weekly development blog. This week, I spent some time preparing Descendants so we can start showing it off. As you can see, we haven't added art or sound effects yet, but most of the game logic and interface are already implemented. I also worked on two new features that we've been wanting to put in since March. Asteroid belts add visual variety and are yet another type of location that ships can colonize in Descendants. To create them, I modeled a handful of asteroids using the 3D modeling program Blender. I then wrote a script to generate asteroid belts so that they could look unique for each system. I parameterized the belts in terms of density, width, height, and size variance. As you can see, there are still some issues with placement. However, there are more important changes that should be made first, so these are lower on my priority. The second feature that I worked on this week is shipping lanes. Shipping lanes are used to emphasize colonies, add movement to the scene, and give the map a sense of volume. They don't currently have an effect on game logic, but we may incorporate one further down the line. Based on some early concept sketches, I knew we wanted the lanes to follow wide, arcing paths. To get this effect, I wrote a b-spline function that I can use to define curved paths. We also want the ships to move at a controllable speed, and to remain oriented with the path. For a more complete description of how I achieved this effect, please read the text portion of the blog. Finally, I added the ability for the shipping lanes to be bidirectional. If you want to play around with what I just showed, you can download the demo by following the links in the text portion of this blog, or if you're watching on YouTube, in the video description. That's all for this week. Don't forget to send your feedback and suggestions to us at suggestions@modmadegames.com. Come back next week when I implement tweet-based controls and omnidirectional shipping lanes.